It's been over 2 weeks into the Hamas-Israel war, and amidst all the devastation, there are finally some positive developments. Hamas has released 2 American hostages, and there is hope that the much-needed aid can finally reach Gaza. But even as this happens, threat of an escalation continues. But first, let's tell you about the positives. Hamas has released 2 American hostages, a mother and a daughter. The release has been secured through Qatar's mediation efforts, while the Israeli Defense Forces say it's the military pressure that led to this. The White House claims that the U.S. was quote-unquote very much involved in the release. President Joe Biden has spoken to the 2 released Americans. These 2 women were among over 200 hostages held captive by Hamas, creating a stark reminder of the hostage situation. An empty Shabbat table has been installed in the plaza outside the Tel Aviv Museum of Art, with a place setting for each confirmed missing person. Families of the hostages participated in the symbolic dinner as they await the return of their loved ones. U.S. President Joe Biden has said that he believes that aid would reach Gaza in the next 24 to 48 hours. This is after a commitment from the Israelis and the President of Egypt as part of a diplomatic breakthrough regarding aid passing through the Rafah border. On the other hand, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres visited the crossing on Friday. He appealed for aid trucks to move into the besieged Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, new satellite images show trucks with humanitarian aid gathered on the Egyptian side of the Rafah crossing with Gaza. Speaking about the likely ground offensive, as per Israel's economy minister, the military has been given the green light to launch a ground offensive. The minister stressed that the primary goal of the ground operation is to eliminate Hamas off the map. However, the U.S. and its allies have been urging Israel to be strategic and clear about its goals on the ground invasion of Gaza. They have warned against a prolonged occupation and have stressed on avoiding civilian casualties. This was done as part of private discussions of Western defense officials with their Israeli counterparts. At the same time, a Gaza hospital says it faces imminent threat of airstrike from Israeli army. The administration of Al-Quds hospital in Gaza says the Israeli army has contacted them demanding the immediate evacuation of the hospital in preparation for a nighttime airstrike. On the international front, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has called on Israel to stop its attacks on Gaza. Erdogan said that Israeli attacks amount to genocide. He has also urged governments worldwide to work for a humanitarian ceasefire in the region. Meanwhile, the Israeli army on Friday displayed a large cache of weapons and supplies obtained from Hamas militants amid the attack on October 7th. The weapons seized included Hamas's grenades, landmines and rocket-propelled grenades. According to a major general of the Israeli army, the weapons on display only made up 10% of total seized weapons, while he says Hamas fighters only managed to use 30% of their weapons during the attack against Israel. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.